So backstage at the Forum, it's kind of the end of your Uber Worlds tour. How are you guys feeling at this point? Are you kind of weary? Are you feeling good?
I'm just like mega stressed out, but that's only because of everything that's gone on tonight. Like generally, good, just winding down, having a chilled out Christmas. But yeah, tonight's just non-stop.
Tonight's been stressful because the obviously got the gig coming up. It's sold out. It's sold out in like 4 days. So like, we're expecting a great night. We've got the after show party going on. We've got a load of mates down to DJ, and like now it's snowed and no one can get anywhere. So about 450 people have turned up so far out of 1,600. So it's looking a bit empty and stuff. So it's a bit of a downer, but other than that, the beer's helping. So
yeah, definitely. The whole of UK has come to a standstill. They can't get to your gig. What's been the highlight of 2010 so far?
It's been a couple. I think Reading and Leeds were always really up there. The Prodigy show at Milton Keynes Bowl was pretty big as well. It's the biggest audience we've ever played to, so that was up there.
In the whole of the Prodigy was that?
Yeah, that was February this year.
So that's going back a bit now, but like that was great. We did a full month with them in Europe, and that was incredible. It was really surreal.
What were they like backstage? Did you hang out with them?
Like Keith actually came in like a few times and just he actually I think genuinely does quite like us as a band as well. So he just sort of walks into our dressing room, and where Rory was like, I don't know, intoxicated in this bouncy ball he used to have like on that tour. So he'd just be sort of bouncing it around the whole time, and Keith was getting involved in that. So it was cool.
He loves bouncy balls.
What was the festival season for you like? And especially North America, because you went over there and played loads of gigs. And what's the crowd like out there? Are they going mad for your music?
Yeah, it feels like, I don't know, UK like 3 or 4 years ago, like it's really starting to build now. We've done like 3 tours this year in the US, so it's starting to really show. Like we managed to put in like 800-900 in New York in our last tour, which was pretty incredible for us, going from sort of playing the toilet circuit or whatever to just like 10 people a night or something. So yeah, it's taken off.
I want to ask you a bit about being unsigned and what it was like for you, because you guys sold out the Astoria when you were unsigned. I mean, that's quite a big feat. Only Was It the Darkness have done that before you. Talk to me about kind of the road and the path from being kind of unsigned and then getting signed. What happened over that course of time?
Well, I mean, like, I guess we were at uni at the time, really, weren't we? So we'd been obviously attending like our courses, and then we'd be driving. We're still in our van at this point, so we drive out, do like 3 midweek gigs a week, and then like the weekends. I didn't spend one weekend at uni because we always had gigs, and so we'd get back at like 3 in the morning, up at lectures at 9. So it was a pretty torrid time that. Then we took a year out because we actually signed a publishing deal. Was the first thing we did, and then we left uni for a year to see how it went. We've actually turned up never going back. But, and then then as we played Download Festival, which was kind of a turning point for us, I guess, because that was the first time like the industry actually saw how many people were coming to see us, because we played to like 5,000 people in the tent on like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something, a download. So they started getting on board then, and that's when all the major labels started coming up to us. But I guess we'd already realised that we already had a fan base, and there was already a demand for people to hear our music. So we'd already recorded the album when these people started approaching us. So we already had our momentum going, and at that point we were just like, we've got our own label set up anyway, so we'll just keep going. We'll just stick it on our own label. Away we go.
Yeah. Is it how do you kind of grow fans? Did social networking sites and stuff, did they play a big part, or was it literally just getting out and gigging?
Just a bit of both, I guess. We just took every gig we got offered, literally, whether we were playing on a folk bill or just with death metal bands, just anything we could get our hands on. And I guess having the online presence was like a home base for people all over the UK to go and sort of share their live experience with it. And but I mean, it was literally just going back to the same places we'd see slowly more and more people every time. Must be doing something right, I guess.
I think something that people often misconception about the social networking side of things with us is people think that we really hoard ourselves to try and add friends and stuff like that, whereas that's not the case. All we did was play shows and then inform people what the address was or something. So we never actually went out and added anyone. It was all just people coming to us, so we never really used it as a tool. The only thing we really did was use it to announce gigs and get the message across to people of what was going on.
Can you remember that story, a gig?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that the one that we had?
The laser.
Yes. Yeah.
We thought we played terribly, and Rob came back because Rob had made a mistake in in Energizer or something, and he was like, shut the door, like locked everyone out. People waiting with champagne on the other side of the door, and then we were all kind of a bit down, like going, oh, it's terrible. And everyone else came in and went, oh, that was amazing.
It was I remember it like it was the first time, because we hadn't tested the laser or anything.
Yeah.
We hadn't tested it in sound check, so literally we started playing and like Energizer was maybe the fourth song in, and it came on, and we were all just like so taken aback by this massive, powerful. It was one of Coldplay's lasers that they use in like arenas and stuff, and we were just like, whoa! And Rob just completely missed his cue, like 'cause he was just too infatuated.
Yeah. Blinded by the light.
Exactly.
In the words of the street. So, kind of what's next? I mean, actually, first I want to say, kind of what was the moment when you realised that you'd kind of made it? Was there a point where you were like, okay?
Not really. I think it happened so gradually. You just you notice small little steps, but there was never a point. It was like, I guess we still don't really think we've made it. What is making it? I don't know. I guess we're doing all right.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing that surprised me the most about is obviously you come to these points and you do these like. You go to Maida Vale, you play Reading Festival, you do all these different things that you've always like dreamed of doing, and you get there and it's like, and then all of a sudden it's gone, and it's like shit. I don't feel like any different about it. It's just you kind of expected you would, but it all goes by so fast. And then like when you look back over a long period of time, the things you've done, it's like, wow, this all got pretty big pretty fast. But there was never really a point where we went, right, that's it, we're big now.
So what's next? The new album, you're kind of finishing touring and then getting back in the studio. Have you started writing bits and pieces for it?
Yeah, it's laying down the bones. This is like our last gig of this whole album campaign or whatever, so...
Maybe not.
Oh yeah, maybe not, yeah.
You might be rescheduling.
Yeah. For the 1,000 people that couldn't make it.
We can't really call it rescheduling, can we?
Yeah.
Repeating.
Second leg, I guess.
Yeah. Got the aggregate, 1-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next album, when are you going to sort of get in the studio and sort of find?
We're hoping to write basically until about March, and then haven't decided where we're going to go, but hopefully we will at some point soon and get it in there and get it done.
Yeah, well, as in, do you think you might go abroad something to record, or?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
We're all sort of arguing about it at the moment.
Yeah, we're all agreed we definitely don't want to go to America.
Yeah.
We get too fat. But I don't know, I mean, like, we spend so much time away from home, and as it is, we kind of like, we feel like we like being at home, and we feel relaxed and things, and sometimes that's the best way to be, because if you're out away somewhere and you've got a time period to do something, and you feel forced to do it, and you feel rushed, whereas I think one thing we found out in the last album is, you can't really force creativity, so you have to just let it come, and when you've got something that you're working on, then that's the case, you work through, and like, as an example, on the last album where we were up till like 7 AM in the studio, just like gone through all night, just because it was a really great vibe about where the track was going, so yeah, I don't know, I mean, maybe somewhere in Europe, maybe more likely, maybe stay in the UK.
Yeah. Will Destabilise be on it, or is that just a kind of little bridging single?
I guess at the moment it's meant to be a bridging single. I guess we'll see if we write any good songs. If we don't, we'll put it on.
Is there pressure? Do you feel a bit sort of scared about the next? Or?
Really, it feels like the second one was very anxious to get in there and get it down, but now it's just like we know we can do it. We just got to do that whole process again. It's just getting from having all these like ideas and sort of very rough structures of songs. That's the kind of scary point. You've got all these bits, and you're just like, it's a bit overwhelming. Once we sort of get somewhere and get organised, then I'm just looking forward to it.
Yeah. Are you itching to get back in the studio? Are you at that point where like touring's great? But
Yeah, definitely. It's this. We always say this. It's like you want to be doing whatever you want to be doing whatever you're not doing at the time. You know. So we've been on the road for like 18 months now touring this album. So definitely itching to get back in the studio. You know, it's just so much fun to get into the studio and be able to experiment with sounds and just chuck ideas around.
Are there any sort of new sounds creeping in?
We've got a new sound that no one's ever heard before. We've made it up. We can't tell you anything about it.
Yeah. And finally, plans for Christmas. What are you going to be doing for yourselves?
Pretty much nothing, which is just going to be great.
It's bliss.
Just sitting at home, drinking beer, watching TV, zoning out, basically.
I think I'm starting drinking on Christmas Day at 9:30 in the morning. So my brother's going to have me up at like 7 anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, a couple of Jaeger bombs, away we go.
Does he still believe in Santa?
No, I don't think he does. I think he's quite smart, and you know, I think he cottons onto quite a few things, and I often realise, you know, I often forget how young he is sometimes.
Yeah. Cool. Well, this will be going out on Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
So yeah,
right.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas from Chris and Ralph from Shikari.
Exactly. And yeah, massive luck for next year, and just like getting everything sorted for the next album.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Nice one.